There is nothing more dangerous than a boy with a charm. Stay calm and carry on, but first, give me your phone number. What a line. I want that line thrown at me. Stay calm and carry on, but first, give me your phone number. I'll be giving them my phone number like ASAP. Hey people, it's your girl Esther Ray, and this is Not Format Village People. I think perspective is actually a gift. It's a gift to have a different perspective to the other person you're having conversations with, and it just makes it all interesting, isn't it? So on this platform, we're going to share personal stories. Be open-minded, listen in, pick what you can pick from it. Do you understand? On different topics, because we're going to be talking about different topics, from friendship to marriages to life happenings to growing up to backgrounds to careers to businesses. So different people will be coming on this platform, and I'm looking forward to sharing my perspectives, my stories, and exciting informations just for you to learn from it. It won't be new things that you've not heard before, but I'm hoping this platform will serve as a kind of a reminder for you to connect back to that you need to connect to. Once again, it's Not Format Village People, guys. Thank you. Hello, people. It's your girl Esther A, and this is another episode of Not Format Village People. And today we're talking about something that is gonna be interesting. So I don't know if you've seen it. A friend of mine called my attention to this show on Netflix. I think it's a Spanish show, and it's called Fake Profile. You know, the dating game, the dating world. Have you guys seen it? I'd like to know your opinion about the show. But that particular show reaffirmed why I needed to record this episode. And I'm hoping it's not just going to be an episode and it'll be a series, because I want to hear from you guys. Some of your dating happy times and scary ones as well. But as usual, we don't start if we don't look at some quotable quotes on whatever we're talking about. And since we're talking about dating today, who did you date, sister misters? Dating is different when you get older. You're not as trusting or as eager to get back out there and expose yourself to someone. Is it true, sisters misters? Is it true? Be with someone who says, let's fix this. I can't lose you. Oh, how romantic. I don't have a girlfriend, but I do know a woman who would be mad at me for saying that. Some people are just such romantic people. Oh, I need my man to come and tear a page from their book of romance. There is nothing more dangerous than a boy with a charm. Stay calm and carry on, but first, give me your phone number. What a line. I want a line thrown at me. Stay calm and carry on, but first, give me your phone number. I'll be giving them my phone number like ASAP. Yes, today we're going to be talking about who did you date? No, that show is something, Fake Profile. Oh my goodness. I won't spoil it. No spoilers. So if you've not seen it, because it's Spanish, you will enjoy it. You come to enjoy it, and you would like to read the translation of it, because I don't really like shows that they're not speaking English either. It's just a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort off me just reading through. But I enjoyed it. It was a really good one. But then, who did you date? Oh, goodness me. Yeah, I've been married a while now, but I tried the dating world. No, I dated a guy once. Jesus Christ. Thinking about it now, thinking out loud. I remember he picked me up for the date. We were going to the restaurant, and we needed to park and then walk down to the restaurant, obviously. At the time, I think there was no, all this, Apple Pay, and now that we can just scan our phones and you can just pay. We still needed the coins back in the day. Back then, it's a while back now. So he asked me, he was like, have you got some change for parking? And I'm thinking, it's your car. If I had a car, I would have the change to park. But I didn't actually have change. I had my bank card with me. I also did not carry cash back then. So I had my bank card with me. If at all you would be asking me to split, I am ready. Ever ready. Ever ready. The last thing I need, or the last thing I ever want in my life, from whatever age, is to be insulted by a guy because of money issues. Nah, Sisters, misters, actually sisters in this situation. That's why I work hard. But now, obviously, I want to be taken care of. Enough with Miss Independent. I want to be taken care of now. I'm being taken care of. So yeah, I love it. I love it. It's nice to be taken care of. But back then, oh, nah, you couldn't. Nah, you can't take care of me. I want to take care of you. Let me be your sugar mommy kind of life. But he asked me for change, and I'm like, no, I don't have change. And his attitude changed. I thought I was seeing things. I thought I was just assuming it. I thought, it probably was just me because obviously I don't like to be insulted in a man-woman situation when it comes to money matters and all of that. So, which is why I work for my own money and I spend it the way I want to spend it. As long as I have it, I'm going to spend it how I want to spend it because you didn't give me that money and you're not going to be talking down at me because I spend your money kind of lifestyle. Anyways, his attitude changed because I didn't have change for him to park his car. We then got to the restaurant and one conversation led to the other. This obviously colored dude, a black guy, and I'm a black woman, just stating the obvious. I don't know what I answered. I can't remember the question. I had to just blur it out of my memory because it just was not, it was unacceptable. He responded to my response in that situation by saying, this is why I don't like dating black girls. Yeah, I was on a date that he had asked me to be on. And because of my perspective on a question he'd asked me, he told me, he said, this is why I don't like dating black girls. I wish I had some village people power that day. I would have just commanded the floor to open and swallow this annoying human being. This annoying human being. Yeah, that happened. Who did you date? Sisters, misters, I want to hear stories. So please feel free, reach out with send me an email, send me a message on Instagram, wherever you can find me or wherever you're listening. And we've got an email as well. It's notformatvillagepeople@gmail.com. Who did you date? I want to hear some of your stories, some of your dating stories, good ones, bad ones. Yeah, good ones or bad ones, whatever the case may be, because dating can sometimes be filled with unexpected experiences, but sometimes as well, it can be filled with amusing experiences, Yeah, I've dated some wonderful people over the course of my dating experience. But yeah, I've dated some very, very weird, strange, ugly human beings as well. It says a lot. I didn't marry them. I dated a guy once as well that I found out he got married on TV. Yeah. Yeah. Story of my life. Yes. Yep. I traveled to the States to visit my mom and my sisters, and I came back into the country, and it was nowhere to be found. He was nowhere to be found. His phone wasn't going through. This dude had moved. Yes. I must have been something back in the day, right? Innit? For him to just move, he moved countries to get away from me. It moved to another country for work, obviously, for work. While I was just like, what happened to this dude? What's going on? He dropped me at the airport. We'd spoken a couple times in the States. He even had a chat with my mom. Talking about how in love he was, because I remember back then my mom had always she just wanted me to stay in the States. So every opportunity she had, whenever I visited, then she would just want me to stay back. And I remember he was talking to her then that please let her come back because I love her. And I will be alone. But then I came back. He wasn't at the airport to pick me up. A couple days before I came back to the country, his phone just did not go through anymore. And I was supposed to shop for us two in the States. So do some shopping and everything. So it sent me some money. I did the shopping for him. So it was like 2 suitcases. Yeah, obviously traveling all the way from America and from Europe to America, you have a lot of checking luggage, whatever. I think I had to, not what is going on these days with luggages and annoying. But anyways, now at the time, I think I had 220 kgs and I filled both I filled them up shopping for us too. I brought it back to Belgium at the time. And I got back calling him. He wasn't at the airport. I was like, he would surprise me. And it was actually a romantic guy. I remember our first date, he would open the door. I was like, oh, look at me. It's a coin trick, man. Months went by. I think a year went by as well before I went to the state and then came back and he wasn't there. I called, he wasn't there. I went to his apartment. His apartment was there because I had a key to it as well. He was just there. There was no sign of him. And yeah, I just kept sending text messages and Yahoo Messenger messages and emails. Like, I don't know what's going on. I hope you're fine. I'm praying for you. Sister Esther is praying for you. Please just let me know what's going on. And then, you get angry as well. So I got angry. I went through the episode, the whole episode, withdrawal symptoms. I went through it all. I would send the romantic ones and then I would send the angry ones. I'm mad at you. You're such a, you're this, you're that. You couldn't even, you don't even have the balls to do this, to tell me this, or to break up with me properly, yada, yada, yada. And then I'll go back to the messages and I'll beg, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Please come back. I can't sleep. I've not been sleeping. Yeah, right. Anyways, I think about 2 weeks after I got back, so I eventually just sent text message, you know what? Okay, if it's over then. I'm not bothered about it anymore. Anyways, the things you asked me to get for you from the state, they're here. So please just come pick them up and just because I hate waking up in the morning and seeing them and you're not here, you're not responding to my messages. I don't know if you're dead or alive. What, like just think about how you would respond in a situation like that. By this time, I'd not even seen that he's gotten married yet. So I went to church. And before I went to church that morning, I remember sending a text message saying, you know what, I'm going to church now. I'll be praying for you. I don't know what's going on with you, where you're at, and things like that. And your luggage is still here. So if you want to come and pick it up, please, feel free to come and pick it up. Sisters, misters. I got back from church and this guy, this human being, had been to my apartment. He had my key as well at the time. Obviously, we're doing all the lovey-dovey things. So I had his key, he had my key. It was a proper relationship. It was sometimes I still think, back then I still think I don't think about it anymore, in case my husband listened to this. But I don't think about it. But back then, when I think about it, I always thought, did I dream this relationship into existence? What were we do? Maybe it wasn't a relationship and it was just all in my head. Maybe it was just all in my head. He was also a star at the time in Belgium. But yeah, nothing to mention about his work, his line of work. But I'm like, oh, did I dream this relationship, But yeah, wasn't the case because I went to church this beautiful Sunday morning and I came back from church and this dude had been to my apartment, took his luggage and left. He did not even drop a note. Yes, who did you date? He did not even drop a note to say, oh, babe, I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore. It's over. I'm out of here. No, he just came in, let himself into my apartment, probably was standing in front of my apartment all morning just to wait for me to leave and then get in there, get his luggage. And it was fiang. He was gone. Yes, he was gone. Oh, Lord. Yeah. I was devastated. I think that was my very first heartbreak in my life. Yeah. Weird things. Who did you date? Yeah, there could be, I don't know, I've heard some horrific stories as well. And I'm bringing some people already on. You're going to be listening to some people's horrific dating experiences. I'm looking for some very sweet, loving, interesting stories as well. So please don't just come with horrific ones. But yeah, I would love to listen to that. I want to listen to those village people, men and women in your life that treated you bad, I want to hear about those stories. Let some people learn from it. Double booking, imagine going on a date and you discover that the person you're on a date with is actually double booked. Those on Tinder, is it Bumblebee or Bumblebee or whatever it's called? Imagine, being on a day where, the person is just looking to finish their shift with you and get on the next shift. Or the awkward silence of dating. I never went on a dating site, though. No, I never did. Now I just ask myself, the people I dated, where did I find them? Where did they find me? Isn't it funny? Where did they find me? Where did I find them? Yeah. Yeah. So I've been married. This year would have been married for 11 years. Yeah. And I'm only as young as I am. So we did it early. I think my husband had just he's just, done all the do's that he needed to do. And when we met, it was like, oh, just like that. I'd like to spend the rest of my life with you kind of conversation. I think 3 months, he proposed actually 3 months into a relationship or 3 months into whatever we were doing then. I do not think it was a relationship or whatever you can call it. Back in the day as well, back then, before I met my husband, I could move. I would change numbers because of someone. If I break up with you, yeah, some broke up with me and I broke up with some people too. I did. Yes, I did. Yeah. So you reap what you sow in it kind of lifestyle. I think, yeah, part of that happened to me. I will change my number just so you can't reach me anymore. And I don't change my mind about you or what I think or feel about you. I will change my whole number. It was easy for me. Now I've been using my current number for years now. And people ask me sometimes, oh, why don't you have a business line and a private line? And I'm thinking, you know what? Because I've been there, done that, seen that. At some point, I used to carry $300 around town. I didn't even have one single business then. God help myself. Thinking about it now, it was just rough, 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 rough. But yeah, I didn't date a lot. I wouldn't say it's a lot. To be honest, I would, if I have the opportunity, I would say to I would say, you know what, let's have some several role plays of dating each other. Like those American movies you watch and husbands and wife, they just go somewhere to a restaurant and the guy would walk in or the lady will walk in and be like, oh, can I have your number? Like the quote I read earlier, talking about, can I have your number kind of thing. That was a really nice one, wasn't it? Like, oh, of course I will give you my number. Please take all of my number. But yeah. Who did you date, guys? Who did you date? It would be nice to know who you date. Stay calm and carry on. But first, give me your phone number. Ooh, love is in the air. Okay, let's not sing. But yeah, who did you date episode? Looking forward to bringing a few people on here that will be telling you about their dating experiences. Or, have you ever had a situation where there is a case of mistaken identity? Maybe you agreed to meet someone, let's say, at a crowded cafe, but you arrived. You spot someone who seems to be eagerly waving at you. Has that ever happened to you? Happens in American movies. And you're assuming, oh, that person is your date. And you excitedly work up to them, especially if they're like a beautiful lady or an handsome dude. And you're like, And then you walk up to them and you try and strike a conversation, only to discover that, they were just waving at someone else and it wasn't you. Ooh, ooh. And you awkwardly just backtrack and find your actual date. And hopefully your actual date can actually match up when it comes to looks or smiles or even the excitement when it comes to the waving the previous person did to you. Who knows? Or maybe a mismatched interest where, probably if it's an online meeting where you met them online, you eat off, with them online and the conversation was flowing effortlessly. But then you meet in person and you realize, your interest, your hobbies, everything completely different. Too awkward. Yeah. Has that ever happened to you? Yeah. I remember when I eventually met my husband, we had been talking on the phone and on Yahoo Messenger. I keep talking about Yahoo Messenger lately because, yeah, we're going back years now. Was it HI5? I think was it HI5? Yeah. Back in the day, we'd been talking all the time on those platforms on Facebook. Now, Facebook is for village people. Don't do Facebook. Yeah, but yeah, Facebook. Back in the day, we'll talk, we'll chat, we'll send emails and stuff. And then we eventually were supposed to meet. He had traveled from Manchester to London to meet me in London. And I remember how nervous I was and I was praying so hard. Oh my goodness, I pray things are still as cute, as loving, as nice, as sweet, as delicious, as fantastic as it was and as it been over the phone, over the last couple weeks and stuff. Oh, yeah. And I remember seeing him from, I think I was on the 12th floor of a building then. And I looked at him, I was like, oh my goodness. Do I like him? I don't think I like him. But then I had to go downstairs to pick him up to come upstairs. And then I went downstairs and I was smitten like, oh my God. Yeah, very unserious human being. But yes, who did you date? Some of your horrific stories. Did anyone run off on you and get married on TV? Yeah, leaving you behind. I did speak to the guy again. He eventually reached out at some point. He lost his best friend in Belgium at the time, so he had to come back into the country. And because I knew his best friend, he thought I was going to attend the funeral as well. So it called, and I just like, oh, and obviously because I was still sort of in love at the time, I picked up the call and I was like, who's this? I didn't know it was the one. And he said, oh, like, oh, okay. And he just think he could just waltz back into my life just like that. I guess that happens to some people, but I'm glad I put my foot down on that particular situation and I didn't go and see him. I also did not go to that funeral, so there will be no situations where we are in touch or in contact and stuff. Because you know, try to amend and, heal myself of the pain that I'd gone through that period of time. And yeah, it was a hard situation, but yeah, we moved still. And it was never meant to be. And I'm glad that happened because if not, I won't be where I am now. So yeah, it is what it is. But who did you date situation? It's not going to be a long one tonight, but yeah, who did you date? I'd like to know any of your stories, and I'm looking forward to sharing one amazing Who Did You Date episode with you all next week. So watch out and look out for my Who Did You Date series with a couple people. So, but always remember, while you may have some experiences or some of the experiences I've talked about today, some of them challenging, weird. Nobody wants a guy running off on them or a woman running off on them and getting married without them knowing, but it's all part of the dating journey. Those situations definitely help us grow. You learn from it and eventually find the right person who truly complete us, who truly is that person that you need to be with, because we all deserve that crazy kind of love. We all deserve it. We all deserve someone that loves us and someone that truly wants to be with us. Okay? So Who Did You Date episode? Watch out. Coming soon. It's not for my village people again. Thank you for everything. Like I always do. I'll always thank you all. Without you guys listening, I'm not a podcaster, but I am a podcaster. And that's all thanks to you guys. Have a great day, guys. Bye for now. Cheers.